Welcome to Living in Luxury with me, Sam Palmer. Today we're doing a special episode because I've had so many questions about what it was like to live in the Spelling Manor in Los Angeles. The Spelling Manor obviously has just sold for 110 million, and it was our former residence, which we sold back in 2019 for 119 million. I have literally been inundated with questions. I'm always asked about this house, but this week especially, I've had so many questions asking me, why is it sold for less than you sold it? What was it like to live in there, etc., etc. So I'm going to do a little episode on this so I don't ever have to talk about it ever again, because I'm honestly, it literally, the questions on it are so many that I can't answer them anymore. So it's a house that's very dear to me. I honestly believe this is the best house in LA. I think it's magnificent. It's 56,000 square feet on the best street in LA, Mapleton Drive, where all the homes are huge, mega mansions. So it's on 4 acres flat, and it is absolutely, and I suppose where is that in LA? It's in Holmby Hills, so it's set between Bel Air and Beverly Hills, this little enclave of the wealthiest homes in the whole city of LA. Why do I think it's sat on the market for long? Because obviously we tried to sell it for a while. It took a while to sell it, a few years, and then it sat on the market again for 3 years while it's being sold again. I believe this home, the problem with it is not the home itself, it's just the actual size. Not all wealthy people want to live in a home that's 56,000 square feet. Like, that is, just to put that into perspective, it's 1,500 square feet, I believe, bigger than the White House. So that gives you an idea of how big this is a home. Then people say, oh, well, it can't be homely, it can't be this, and everyone gets fixated on the bedrooms, and it always comes up like it's 27 bedrooms. It was never 27 bedrooms when we lived there. So there is rooms I suppose you could call bedrooms, but when we had it, it was really 6 main bedrooms, and then it's set in a W, the house. So this left-hand side was more of a staff wing, which had about 6 bedrooms down it as well, but the bedrooms are huge. The primary bedroom suite, I think, is about 7,000 square feet. It is incredible. It's like a huge apartment on its own, huge bedroom, sitting area, and then 2 bathrooms, 2 closets. Petra's closet was, I think it's 1,500 square feet with a mezzanine floor. It's possibly the best closet you will ever see in your life. And it's made it very difficult for us in future finding homes with big closets in the primary suite, because she was so used to having that one. And in London, she's got a big closet as well. But it had, if you were Chanel, for example, and you said, build me a shop, that closet would be the perfect example of it. Now, it wasn't, as I say, it's so weird to say it was homely, that house, because it really was. And as I say, it really holds dear to me, that house. Gavin Brodin done the interior design for us. Petra gutted it. She's done it very quickly. She had about 300 workers there, I think, working for around the clock for about 3 months. She gutted it from when Aaron and Candy Spelling had it and done a whole makeover on it, like full. But what I loved is she always kept nods to the old owners, to Aaron Spelling, who was the famous film producer, Beverly Hills 90210, etc., was what he done. But there was little nods to him. In the attic, there was his barber shop that was still there. In the movie theater, behind the actual projector, I suppose, there was his cutting room, and she'd even kept like the old bookshelves in there that had Tori Spelling's home videos, Beverly Hills 90210, like on the shelves in just little tape. And I always loved that she kept that, or the interior designer as well, kept that as a little nod back. But I think that's why it didn't sell. I think if that was a 30,000 square foot home, I think it would have sold very quickly. And I think it would have sold, I think it would have been a really good purchase. I think 110 million, that house is cheap in today's market. I've seen others that have sold. I think it's such a significant house in LA. What's great about it is it's not in the hills, so it's on the flats. Its location to everything is central to everything you'd ever want to go to. The ins and outs, you go to Sunset, you can come down to Wilshire, get into Beverly Hills really quickly. It backs onto LACC Country Club, so if you're a golfer, you can go and golf there. But yet it feels so secluded and private. The garden is huge. So yeah, I think those were the things. As I say, it was a home that I met Petra in. I was on holiday in. I was living in Australia at the time, and my best friend is Jay, who's with Petra's sister Tamara. He invited me over for vacation in LA, where I was staying in the hotel, staying in the Mondrian, and we spent every day together, got on well, and then ended up being together from that thing. It's also a place where I proposed to Petra as well. So there's lots of memories in there, Christmases, things like that, that really hold dear to my heart. I hope, I've seen the new owner, which is Eric Schmidt of Google. It's been reported. I don't know that for sure, but that's what's been reported. Might use it for fundraisers and things like that, which does make sense. Kind of sad that it's not going to be a family home anymore, if that is the case. It does probably need some work now. Like, we sold that house fully furnished in 2019, and I believe the furniture's still in there. And I believe, and again, from rumour, that the previous owner really never spent any time there at all. People always ask me who bought that house. I actually do not know who bought that house. So it was so heavily NDA'd and through companies, etc., that I had no idea who it is. I didn't ask. I don't actually care. But they've decided to get out of it. It isn't for them anymore. And shame that maybe they didn't use it as much as we did. But we did have some fun in that house. And Christmas always makes me think of that house, because I know Candy Spelling was big on Christmas, and Petra continued that. And Petra and her sister Tamara, they're massive on Christmas. And so on the front door, it's got this grand entrance. We used to import snow on Christmas Day and have like a slide from the top of the steps all the way down into the driveway, where you'd go on a sled and go there, and Father Christmas would come and see all the kids and everything. So it was a brilliant house, I would say, with lots of happy memories. Fantastic job by the agents to sell it. I think because it sold under what we've sold it for, that it was a bad deal for the owners? No, I think it's probably just the size of it probably put a few people off. As I say, I think there were reports of someone buying it and maybe knocking it down and making it 30,000 square feet. I understand that, because the land is worth so much money. But I'm glad it's not. I hope they do keep it the same. As I say, if they use it for functions, it'll be used more regularly, because it is a house that should be used for entertaining, and we didn't really do that as much. So good luck to the new owners. As I say, please don't ask me ever again about this house, because I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's, as I say, probably my number one question is, where did you meet Petra and what was it like living in the Spelling Manor? Now you know. Don't ask it again. See you all soon.